Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Be Your Own Hero show. Hero is an acronym, it stands for High Emotion Radiates Overflow. High Emotion Radiates Overflow. It means lots of different things actually. And that definition I just read to you was by Rev Mel. And that's the one I need right now. That's the one I need right now. All right, so thanks for being here. I'm your host, I'm Sacred Rights. I'm an author. Most important, I'm an author. This is my most recent book, Hack Your Pain Now. Hack Your Pain Now. Please buy this book. Please buy this book for you. For you. For you. Because it'll help you deal with whatever you're going through in life. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait. This says StreamYard. This does not say New Thought Media Network. Oh, let me fix that now. Let me fix that because the New Thought Media Network has been great to me. They've been great to me in letting me continue the show despite the fact that I am a man recovering from a stroke. I am a man recovering from a stroke. I had my stroke. I wrote down this on July 14th, 2022. That's when I had my stroke, but I am still feeling the effects. Like I said, like it's a big deal. I don't even know, but for me, it feels like a long time has passed since July 14th. But you know what? And sometimes it feels like that, like that long has passed. It's strange kind of thing about how time has shifted. Anyway, let me not get up on that now. Let me do the money first, and now I'll comment. All right, so we got them back. New Thought Media Network. Yes. All right. And now, yeah, I'm just gonna thank you once again for dealing with me with someone who is having a stroke and someone who's working through having a stroke. And some days are more challenging than others. Let me just say this, please, before I get to money. Yesterday was one of those days when I felt everything was going perfectly. Where everything was going perfectly, and yet I kept hitting that same stumbling block. Right? I kept hitting it, and I can't tell you what that feels like. I can't explain it, but it's like you see the finish line. You see the finish line, right? See the finish line, and you're coming up close to it, and then something jumps out at you, like a log jumps up in front of you. You're like, oh, like right when you're about to step past that point, it jumps up and stumbles you. It's like, what is that? What is that? And so that's one of the things that I've attributed to aphasia. I don't know if it's technically the definition of aphasia, but in my definition of aphasia, that's what happens. When suddenly there's a log that just jumps up in front of me and just jumps in front of me at the last possible second, and I don't know which way to go. So that's been challenging for me because not only does the log jump up, it doesn't leave you any threads, anything that would remind me what I was on, what the path I was on. Okay, here it is. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna let this go. It's like being on a path to the finish line. I'm getting close to the finish line. The log jumps up, and then I forgot what race I'm running. When the log jumps up. It's like that. It's like, oh man. And so I talked to my mom yesterday, and she said some encouraging things. And I did not want to do the show today. I did not want to do the show today, but I'm going to keep trying. And one more thing. I promise I'm going to let this go. One of my friends, I asked him to be on the show because of something I'll explain later. And he was like, nah, I'm not ready for TV. And I thought, wow, I'm not ready for TV. I am not ready for TV because the difference between my ready for TV here versus how I was ready for TV is extreme difference. There's an extreme difference, and yet I'm doing this show. Yet I'm doing the show, and so that's interesting to me that I'm doing more. I'm doing more with the show now than I was when I had all the possibilities. You know what I mean? Like I had all the possibilities, had everything, but I had to lose something in order to gain something. Okay. Ooh, that was good. That was good. I have to watch this show later and write that down. But that was good because I had to lose something in order to be willing to push forward. Yeah. All right. That's it. I'm sorry. I have to get that off my chest. Okay. Money. Let's get to money. All right. Let's start off with our affirmation. I am so happy and grateful to be a multi-millionaire in every area of my life. Say it out loud. Say it with me. I am so happy and grateful to be a multi-millionaire in every area of my life. Ashe. Okay, so that's what we got. Let's get into it. Okay, so money. A few things are going on. I said that I would keep my little bits of information about Forex to a minimum because I recognize that you all aren't really giving me any feedback on Forex. So you're not as interested in Forex. So I would say this though, that Forex is the big cousin of the Wall Street, right? So I'll just say this, that I'm still having trouble finding a broker. That's all. I'm just going to say that, and then I'm going to move on to the Wall Street. So Wall Street, I'm going to call him Frankenstein. I'm going to call this thing that I'm doing Frankenstein because that's the only thing that kicks up for me is Frankenstein. And what I mean by that is that I am trying to get fed off of the standalone stocks I already have. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm assuming that you have purchased stock. I'm hoping that you have purchased stock, right? And you have that stock squared away somewhere. Now is the time for you to start trading said stock, right? And just a small bit, a very small bit, because what we're preparing ourselves for is for the next recession, next thing that goes wrong. Like we want to be those wolves. Sorry, but we want to be those wolves that are like, okay, this happened in the world, so I need to do this, and this, right? We need to be those people. In order to be those people, we have to start practicing now. Because if we don't practice now and try to do it on the day of, then that's too late. That's too late. Because I explained this to you before, but with AMC, I sold enough to make a decent profit, right? But I could have made a better profit if I was in the flow. See, because I sold my AMC stock when it got down to about $20 or $30 per share. But it was up at 60. Right? And I know somebody who checked out at 60. Like, no, I'm out. Done. And I was like, what? What do you mean? No, don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. Because I wasn't ready. So we've got to be ready because you've got to practice on the stocks that you have, so that when the next recession comes, you'll be able to see things clearly. Like, oh, okay, so AMC was down because it's a movie theater and people weren't going to movie theaters, and that was the pandemic, right? So that's not a stock that I would have bought otherwise. I mean, being who I am now, I wouldn't have bought that stock. But that's exactly the kind of stock that I'll be looking for during the next recession. Like, okay, what's happening out here? What's happening? Who is undervalued now? And then I'll get in on that, and I'll ride it to the top, and I'll get out much closer to the top, right? And that's enough for every one of you, because there's going to be another recession. There's going to be another recession because that's just the way the world works. That's the way the world works. That, like, everyone that was born in a recession or lived through a recession has seen another recession come. You've seen another recession come, right? So you've got to be prepared, and prepared in a new kind of way. All right. So that's my long spiel into Frankenstein. Right. So Frankenstein is, for me, it is playing with my 4 FANG stocks: Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google, right? And that's 4 stocks. And you can tell they're huge stocks, right? And sidebar, let me point this out. Some people have added Apple to that mix as well. And I used to add Apple to the mix, but I took Apple out because, can anybody tell me why? Can anybody tell me why? Because you should know this. You should know this. All right. Well, I took Apple out because of those 4 stocks, of those 5 stocks. Apple is the only one that pays a dividend. Those 4 that I just named don't pay a dividend. Now that's important. Like those huge companies, Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google, huge companies, they do not pay a dividend. All right? Apple pays a dividend. So I had Apple on Cash App. I had purchased it on Cash App. Well, on Cash App, the dividend kicks out automatically to the cash side. Now it's still within the environment, the cash fund environment, which is good, but it's out of circulation, and it's not able to take care of, what's the name of that program? I can't think of the program now, but on big companies like Ameritrade, right? If you have Apple there, you can set the dividend to recycle back. So every time a dividend is scheduled, right back into the system automatically, without you needing any notification, without you having to do anything. It just circles back. Right? So that's very important, because you not having to do anything means that you can be over here. You could have a stroke. You could have a stroke like me, and you could be down for whatever. And you look at your stock, you say, "Well, ooh, my Apple stock is doing all right because that dividend kept on cycling back in, and the dividend grows and grows and grows, right? So 3 to 5 years, that dividend is going to be growing nicely. So anyway, I say all that to say that's why I took Apple out of the FANG stocks. Now, I'm going to keep calling it FANG because the people out there who invented the term are still calling it FANG. Everyone knows that Facebook has changed the name to Meta. Everybody knows this, but they're still calling it FANG. So they're still calling it FANG. I'm still calling it FANG, right? So FANG, FANG. So here's what I'm doing. I'm looking those 4 stocks, right? And I'm looking for a little bit of room, just a little bit of room. Like if you look at the thing, the up and down thing, I can't think of what it's called right now. You'll notice that they're moving like $1, $1.02 per day. And that's not much money, but that money, if you take it out and then buy back into the stock, like you can make money. You can make that $2, that $3 here, $2 here, $1 here, and you can start collecting money. That single money will be able to creep up and creep up and creep up. So that's my go-to now. I'm experimenting with this, and I hope you're with me. So for those of you who are interested, you've got to prove, well, first of all, you have to get some stock. If you don't have any stock yet, I don't know what you're waiting on. I don't know what you're waiting on. This is the best thing since sliced bread. You need to get on the stock industry, right? Now, once you have bought in, you have to find one that you're willing to keep, because that helps me a lot. Because well, let me finish what I'm saying. So the second thing is have a stock that you're willing to keep, and not a stock that you just want to, like AMC, you just want to buy and sell it for the return. You gotta have some stocks that you're willing to keep, right? Because, now this is what I was about to say, because I have already messed up. I've already messed up. Last night I was half asleep. I was trying to make the stock buy, and I'm used to buying stock. I'm used to selling stock. I'm not used to it. And so I pressed buy instead of sell. And so I bought more of what was it last night? Google. I bought more of Google. I was like, oh man, what happened? So I am consulting with my boy who I told you about earlier, who doesn't want to be on the show. Yeah, I'm consulting with him, like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? And now I think it's fine because that's a stock that I already own. That's Google. That's one of the FANG stocks. So that's still a little more than what I intended to own, but still, it's still fine. And so it's not the same level of panic as in a stock that I don't really want, right? So you got to keep somebody on your back pocket. You got to keep somebody on your back pocket besides me. Like, I'm gonna give you ideas and things that you can do, but you've got to choose a stock that you know you're going to keep. You're going to choose a stock that you know you're going to keep and flip it. So what you want is for the stock price to be up. You want your stock price to be up. Your personal stock price, like your personal amount that the stock has made in returns for you specifically, because there's a way to toggle that on any brokerage amount. You can change how it speaks to you. So you want to know how well this stock is done for you. And so I noticed yesterday that Google was up 8% based on my purchase. I've done 8%, right? So I sold my intention was to sell the 8% and then have that. I would have got me like, I don't know, like $10 or so, something like that, maybe $10. Actually, I think it was lower than that. I think it was $4 or $5. I think it was $4 or $5. So take that $4 or $5 out, and then buy back in when the meter hits the right gauge again. Now, see, I haven't figured out when to buy back in, but I'm figuring out very quickly when to sell. Because it shows you once you check it off, show me how much I've made in percentage on all my stocks. It tells you automatically. So the information is right there. So that's a big win. Because all you need is information right there, and you can be focused on what this is doing for you. What this is doing for you long term and short term, actually. Okay. All right. I hope that makes sense. I just want you to know that I'm going to be experimenting with this Frankenstein method of playing with my stocks in order to make very small amounts of money from those stocks that I already own. So for me, that's my FANG stocks, FANG. Most of my, I think I have like one share of each. I think, so I'm going to be trading one share, and then build that little bit of money from it. So that's what I got. All right. So let's see if I got any comments in the comments section. Okay. Oh, July 14th. Yeah, my new birthday. Yeah, my birthday. Well, let me just speak to that for a second. My birthday, I understand that I used to be very hype about my birthday. I don't remember this, but I used to be very about my birthday. And this year, or last year, all I could think about was July 14th, was making it 1 year. I felt like my 1-year-old birthday. And it just, yeah, I have 2 birthdays. I have 2 birthdays from now on. And I expect that July 14th one is going to build in terms of interest for me. I don't know. Anyway, Ashe. Let's see. Glad you're doing the show. Thank you, Fee King. Keep doing. Yes, thank you. It's coming. I don't know what's coming, but I feel you, Fatima. It's coming. Took Apple out. Yes. I hope you got that. I took Apple out because that was the one that's paying a dividend. So you got to get that out of there and be in a place where the dividend will calculate itself. Will calculate and add up. Yes, it will reinvest the dividends. So just in case you missed it from before, let me just say it once again. Apple and other stocks like it, if they have a dividend point again, they may have a dividend. You've got to check. You got to check the dividends, right? And you want to put the dividend on, I still can't remember the name, but you want to put on the automatic dividend, automatically reinvest, so that when the dividend comes, it behind the scenes, behind everything, it happens automatically. Money gets reinvested into your bank account. Well, your not bank account, your storage account. You know what I mean. So the difference is with the FANG that I mentioned, they are all stocks that do not pay a dividend, which is why I can own them on the Cash App, because Cash App will kick your money out. Any dividends you reach, it will automatically kick them out, so they won't stay inside. Now that may be 1 or 2 cents, but listen, that 1 or 2 cents, when it happens automatically, it grows fast. So you want your your stock that kicks out dividends, you must have it set up with the system that kicks out, that reinvests the dividends. You must, because I mean, if you don't, you're missing out on a lot. Okay, all right. I think that's it. Okay, I think that's it. All right, that's it. Okay, so I just wanted to say again that yesterday was rough. Yesterday was rough. I decided I was gonna speak to what's happening with the stroke recently, because I haven't been doing that recently. I've been talking about everything else except the stroke. And I just want you guys to know that it still affects me, and so, like, I have to modulate what I'm doing, and you guys that have seen me for just a snippet of the day, are only seeing me for a snippet of the day. Like this morning, I couldn't get up. I don't know why. I couldn't get up this morning, and P. King was on me. P. King was on me. So I'm like, you can do it, get up. And I was like, oh man. I was already adding up the amount of time it would take me to run afterwards. But she got me up. And I ended up running beforehand. And I was still tired, but I got it done. And so just that alone is a win. Now that's 277 days that I've been running every day. Well, I've been running or walking every day. I've been exercising at least a mile every day. And that's significant. So I guess I just wanted to let you guys know that it ain't easy. It ain't easy. And there's a little bit of me that you're seeing per day. There's a little bit that you're seeing on the show. Man, sometimes that's it. That's it. I may fall out right after the show. Just fall asleep. So, send me your love. And give it to me. Right. Brokerage account. Yes, a brokerage account. Thank you, F. King. Brokerage account. That's what I was trying to say. Brokerage account. Now, what were you saying about it? Yeah, you can see it in the brokerage account. Yeah, the brokerage account. And I wish I could remember the name of the Rise. I'll find out tomorrow. I promise I will let you guys know. All right? Okay. I think that's all we got time for today. Thanks for being. Oh, wait. Before we go, I just want to show you quick things. Look at this. Mom sent me this. Profit from your podcast. I got this yesterday, and the funny thing was, when I got this, I was actually watching a film about how to improve your podcast. I was like, what? Like, as I got this book, I was watching a video about how to improve your podcast. So for those of you that don't know, I have a podcast up. I just relaunched it. Thus far, I've just been posting these episodes, but I'm reading this book. And I'm checking out the videos, and already I feel a sense of freedom. I don't know what that is, but I feel some sense of freedom. So yeah, check me out. Check out my podcast. It's just Sacred Rights Podcast. Go check it out. Please let me know what you think. And yeah, I'll check you later. All right, I'll see you mañana. Oh, wait a minute. Now is better than perfect. Ashe. I'll see you tomorrow.